back again. This is the Widebody Challenge video 3. I had video 2 and 2.5 made already. Go back and check those out. So this challenge with Ben is to build a widebody for our cars. Although he has 7 cars and I have 1, so the stakes are a little higher for me. What I'm going to do here is show you what I've done so far with the work and how I'm doing it. Give you guys a okay idea of what it's going to look like here. And as you can see, it's quite a modest amount of spacing. 2 inches in the rear and 1 inch in the front. Honestly, it looks bigger in person, trust me. The thing that will set this apart is going to be the aesthetics, in my opinion. The design itself, and the front is going to flare out quite a bit so it'll look flatter, giving the illusion, hopefully, that it's wider than it actually is. Even if not, it'll look pretty good. I have faith. I have faith in my abilities here. Got the spacers on. These are the fronts, 1 inch, 2 inch on the rear, like I said. We got some materials here. I've done a bit of work already, so this video, the intro is partway through. What I've got here is a piece of aluminum that you can see the dots on it. Maybe you can't from all the way over there, but there are dots on it and showing the different pieces. This piece is for the front fender on the driver's side. I came up with this idea to use the protective film that was on the aluminum and make little templates rather than measure it out. I basically put this on the car and sketched out where I think the pieces should go. All these pieces are a little bigger than they should be, so I'll have some leeway, no pun intended. Essentially what I've done so far is sketched out these 3 pieces, not piece D, but A, B, and C. D I'll figure out after I've done A, B, and C, because that's just a very small piece to finish off the bottom of this panel on the fender. So I've sketched all these out on this piece of aluminum that I just showed you. So I'm going to cut these out. I've already cut out a little piece of aluminum off this blank to practice with, and I'll show you that practice right away here and what I was learning along the way. Literally, I've never worked sheet metal before. This is pretty intimidating, but the practice actually went really well. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. So that's about it for the intro, guys. I'm going to go straight into the footage, and I'm going to have running commentary and subtitles as I go along, and you'll see all the different parts and pieces that I worked on. Ben made a poll for the last video, and I think he won the poll, but it was sort of close. It's sort of close. You know, I'm still competitive. You know, it's like I'm down 2-1 in the hockey series. I can still come back. He's probably going wider than I am. I know you've watched his video, but I won't be watching his video. But it doesn't matter, because this is my car. Even if I don't win this challenge, it's going to be an amazing finished product. I just know it. I've done my research. I'm jumping right in, but I'm good at doing that. Jumping right in. Don't let not knowing how to do something stop you from just doing it. That's what I always say. Well, let's get to it. So I'm taking a bit of a break because I just finished cutting out all the pieces for the driver's side front, and there's aluminum dust everywhere, and I knew that was going to happen because I've worked with aluminum enough, but I'm just letting the dust settle now. Whether or not that will actually help is open to debate, because the dust will just get kicked up as I'm working in there later on, but what can you do? It's pretty late right now. It's like past 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 9:30. So I wanted to get that done before 10 for sure, because it's noisy and I don't like to disturb my neighbors too much. I already do enough. Don't want them to get too mad, just a little bit mad. I'll be back for another update after I anneal this stuff and start forming it. Well, I really wanted to have a little more for you guys. I ran into some snags. I had to go to the store and get more tools. I ran out of propane and needed some grinding discs. I went through grinding discs a lot faster than I thought I would. So, what else do I need? Oh yeah, some tape. I needed a bunch of other things too, but I just didn't get them because I was in a hurry, and the first store was out of stock on the propane. Yeah, it was just a monumental waste of time, but I know what you're thinking. Excuses, Lee. Excuses. But I see it this way. I got a lot done today. I got my workstation fully set up. I learned how to anneal. I practiced on two pieces, actually. One piece where I formed it into a twist, and another piece where I made a right angle in it. But the pieces I really wanted to show you were the actual pieces that are going to become this wide body. So I'll just start with piece A here. A goes down here just below the bumper where this crack is. These pieces are all going to be really rough. The idea is to fit them on the car, form them a little bit, and then once they're a bit formed, figure out where the next cut needs to be so that I can cut more material off and then form it some more to become the final shape. So A actually looks pretty good. It's close to the right size. It follows the fender nicely on the one side. Piece B also looks fairly decent. This one's going to stick out about an inch. You can see it's already, if I lay it flat on the fender here at the top, it already wants to stick out about an inch. So that's a good sign. Maybe I don't have all that much work to go on this one. And piece C goes on here somewhere. So it's pretty good too. The outline is following the fender fairly well. It's coming up a little bit here, which is what I wanted, and it mostly follows the curve of the door on that side. Obviously super rough pieces of metal. Next steps are going to be to make the next cuts once I form them a little bit, and then I'll clean up the edges. Finish up the edges with a bit of tape to protect the car until I get that edging stuff on there that I showed you in video 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm simultaneously happy with what I did and simultaneously not. But I'm going to stick with just the happy stuff and carry over those good vibes into the next session. So I have a feeling the next video is going to show a lot more progress, especially on this corner of the car. Hopefully I can get one of the rears going as well. But yeah, I'm super excited for the next video. What happened today has got me super excited, especially seeing how these pieces don't look like I fucked up in any major way with the shape, with the size, the measurements. So honestly, I'm gonna go to bed happy, and you know what? It's 1 in the morning and I have to work at 8 tomorrow, which isn't too bad. But I have a few hours of video editing to do for you guys, because this video is coming out the day after I'm recording it. Alright, I'm putting a link to Ben's channel in the description so you can go watch his videos as well. Check out the previous videos in this Widebody Challenge series as well if you haven't already. And give this a thumbs down, give it a thumbs up, whatever you want. And I'm Lee Detzum with Detzum Customs. See you next time.